Hey guys, what's going on? So this month of December, I have this really awesome Dark Magician deck ready to be shown. I've been working on this Dark Magician deck for quite some time, but I never released it up until now because it needed the extra oomph, the extra power. And now that we have Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon back, the Red-Eyes Dark Dragon and Dark Magician's fusion, now that we have the Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon back, we can definitely see this deck shine again. So I'm gonna show you my version of the Dark Magician, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it. So let's begin right away. So our main focus of this deck here is to special summon a Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon, set up our field with a spell and traps like Dark Magical Circle, Eternal Sword, and Eradicator Pandemic Virus. Now, I'm gonna show you later on how to play the Eradicator Pandemic Virus so you can win duels with this deck, and I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. So yeah, our focus is to special summon Dark Dragoon and set up our field and win next turn or win the third turn. So let's begin the deck profile right away, and we're gonna start with the Dark Magician engine. We're gonna be running 2 copies of Dark Magician. I'm running both version. These are the same Dark Magician except with different arts. So yeah, I'm running the 2 vanilla version, 1 vanilla version of the Red-Eyes Black Dragon. This card can be a little bricky, as well the Dark Magicians if you happen to draw them first turn. But this is why we're running 50 cards, so we don't get to see these cards too much in our hand. And yeah, so but if in order to play this deck the correct way, you definitely need the vanilla versions. The staple cards we're gonna be running 2 Draw and Lockbird. Draw and Lockbird is a really good card this format, and I recommend to run 2 to 3 copies on your decks now. We have powerful decks like the White Forest. Draw and Lockbird is good also against Tempai Dragons. So there's a bunch of decks that are doing a lot of search lately, and I noticed that. And yeah, Draw and Lockbird is a must in this deck. So we're gonna be running 2 copies of him. We're gonna be running in the Dark Magician engine triple copies of Magician Soul. Staples, triple maxis, 2 Ghost Orc. If you want, you can run 3, but I'm gonna show you later on why you need this card, and at least having 2 to 3 copies is a must. 3 Magician's Ra. This card is our main normal summon, and he is also our main searcher of the deck. This is the Soul of Dark Magician, and when he's summoned, you can add any spell that mentions Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. We're gonna be running triple Ash, 1 Dark Magician Girl, 1 Timaeus. Timaeus is a key card here. He can help you fusion summon for your Dark Dragoons, your the Dark Magician Girl, the Dark Magician Dragon Knight, and Master of Chaos. This card is the second card that you will go for to summon the second copy of Dragoon as well. So yeah, this guy is a must, and he also has a cool effect to special summon from the hand, which is really good. We're gonna be running triple copies of the Lord of Heavenly Prison. People don't know how great this card is, and I'm gonna show you why this card is good here in the Dark Magician. We are running cards like Eradicator Pandemic Virus and Eternal Sword. This card will give you easy access to your spells such as Super Polymerization for board breaking, also Eradicator Virus and Eternal Soul, you name it. You can also go with Emergency Teleporter, activated on that turn, and Summon Ghost Orc as well, which is really good. This card is a key card here, and he is one of our main bosses of the deck as well. I think he's the second boss in this deck next to Dark Magician. Dark Magician is our boss, but he is the second boss, and he will give you easy access to all the spells and traps that you have here, including Red-Eyes Fusion as well. We're gonna be running one Nibiru. Nibiru is not that great this format. There is a lot of crazy boards being placed now. A lot of decks they can summon a monster negate in the second turn, and Nibiru won't do much. I still like Nibiru because there are some decks that will go crazy on special summoning, and if they do, and they don't pull up a monster that can stop Nibiru, you can clear the board. I still like it, you know. So one copy is a must. If you want, you can remove him and place the third copy of Ghost Org, or maybe you can have the third copy of Chaos Illusion Chaos, so you can search faster and keep the deck a little bit more consistent. More consistent. The deck is consistent the way it is, but Illusion of Chaos is a you can have them at 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you definitely need 2 copies of it. And you know, if you don't want Nibiru here, you can take him out and place the third copy of Illusion of Chaos. So yeah, it's up to you guys. We're gonna be running triple copies of Red-Eye Fusion. So Red-Eye Fusion is our fusion spell that we can fusion summon for Dark Dragoon, we can fusion summon for Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician Dragon, Knights, and a Master of Chaos as well. You can use Red-Eyes Fusion to do that. We're gonna be running triple copies, and that's because you want to also send Dark Magician to the graveyard and Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon and Red-Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard. That way you don't have to worry about them being join them on your turn. You want to send these cards to the graveyard as quick as possible to continue the duel without worrying to draw them. So also we're running 2 Dark Dragoons here, and it's a must. 3 copies. We're gonna be running 2 copies of Dark Ruler. This card is a must here too. It's up to you. You wanna run 1. I like 2, but if you just want to run 1 copy, go ahead. But this card is a must. You want to board break easy, and yes, guys, this card is a must here. You can also run Droplet. I don't like Droplet that much, but if you want, you can run Droplet. Let's search Droplet here. This is the card that I'm talking about. Droplet. I don't have 3 copies, but if you like, you can run 1 copy of Droplet and 1 Dark Ruler. Now, if you have all copies of Forbidden Droplet, kudos to you. You can run it here because you will also always bring back the Dark Magicians from your hand. So from the graveyard with Eternal Sword. It's up to you. In fact, I'm gonna remove 1 Dark. Well, no, not really. I kind of like Dark Ruler better than Droplet. But yeah, you definitely need at least 2 copies of Dark Ruler, or 1 Dark Ruler and 1 Droplet, or 3 Droplets. It's up to you guys how you want to run this deck. So yeah, we're gonna be running 1 Magician Salvation. This card will give you easy access to Eternal Sword, and also when activated, you can normal or special summon 1 Dark Magician Girl from the graveyard, and you can also target 1 Dark Magician or vanilla Dark Magician to target Dark Magician Girl and this guy, and a special summon both of them. You can go for a fusion summon for the Dark Magicians. This is their fusion summon here, both of them combined, and this is a really good card. I'm gonna explain to you later on what this card does. So yes, we're gonna be running 1 Magician Salvation to grab both Dark Magicians and also place a Eternal Sword. We're gonna be running 2 Dark Magical Cycles, 1 Piercing the Darkness. This card is a key card here. If you have a vanilla Dark Magician or any Dark Magician, you can increase their attack equal to a opponent's monster. So you can punch with this card big boss monsters that your opponent has on the field. And on top of that, every time you normal or special summon a non-token normal monster, that means Dark Magician or Red-Eyes Black Dragon, you can definitely draw one card, which is good. I recommend one copy. If you want to punch through, let's say, tower monsters, boss monsters, big boss monsters, we're gonna be running 2 super polys for easy board breaking. We are running cards like Mud Dragon and Garuda, and you can also use them for for spellcaster, for dark magicians, dragons, and I believe a ritual monster here, Black Luster Soldier. But mainly for these 4 cards here, and also Dark Dragoon as well. You can use it for Dark Dragoon Fusion Summon as well. So it's really good, really good. You can board break easy. 2 super polys is a must. We're gonna be running 2 emergency teleporter. This card will give you easy access to Ghost Orc. If you have a Dark Magician on the field, you can special summon Baron, have an extra Omni Negate on the field. And on top of that, if you have Internal Sword on the field already, you can bring back your Dark Magician from the graveyard. And let's say you have Dark Magical Circle on the field, you can banish a card on your opponent's side of the field for countering. This is a really good combination that you can go for. We're gonna be running 1 Chaos Angel, 1 Superstar Slayer, 1 Induk. Induk is here so you can send Magician Rod to the graveyard, summon him, so you can go for Dark Dragoon Fusion, and also for the Magical Magician, the Dragon Knight as well. He requires 1 dragon as well. And for the spellcaster, you also have the Dark Magicians. You need at least 1 copy of the Artemis. She's good here. You summon her with a spellcaster, that means Dark Magician Rod as well. You go for her, and you can fusion summon as well for your Dark Magicians. We're gonna be running 1 Preda Plant, 1 SP Little Knight, and finally 1 Access Code Talker to get rid of cards on the field. This card is a must here, and he can help you board break your opponent easy as well. Alright guys, so this is my Red-Eyes, this is my Dark Magician, Red-Eyes, Dark Dragoon deck. And let's move on into the gameplays, guys. I have gameplays here that I want to show you guys, and I'm sure you guys are gonna like. So stick around, and let's move on into the gameplays. Okay guys, now let's move on into the gameplays. I have a match history here for you guys to see, and out of 5 duels I only lost 1 time playing with the Dark Magician. And I have here a pretty good history that I want to show you. And let me explain. Out of 5 duels, if you win 5 times, you rank up. If you lose more than, I believe, 4 or 5 times, you lose a rank. That's how it is in Master Duel. So in order for a deck to be good, you need to win at least 5 times to rank up, and that's how you know if your deck is good. With the if you win more than 5 times, it doesn't have to be like winning all the time. As long as you win at least 3 times, and let's say you lose 1 or 2 times, it's fine. You don't have to win 5 times. But if you win 5 times, it'll show you how good the deck is. If you lose, let's say 1 or 2 times, and you win 3 times, the deck is still good. And maybe you can just tweak it a little bit, but the deck is still good. And yeah, that's how it is. So I have a good history here for you guys. So let me show you. This is 2 more gameplays that I did with Dark Magician. The rest from the bottom is a different deck that I was playing. So this is another 4 matches that I did here. before winning the other 5. Before I did the other 5. So these are 4 matches here. So I lost. So I won 2 times here and lost 2 times. I'm not gonna show you the losses because of the purpose of this video being short. But if we move up all the way up, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after losing those 2 times, I kept playing with the deck to see if I lose at least 5 times or to see if I win 5 times. And yes, I won 5 times, and you can see it right here. So out of 5 duels, I only lost 1 time after the other 3 gameplays that I did. As you can see here, won 2 times here, lost 2, and out of the 5 after the other 3, lost 1 time out of 5 duels, which is really good. And the reason why I do this is because I also want to provide a good gameplay going first and going second as well. So let's begin the gameplays, guys. Let's begin the gameplay. So let me show you this gameplay first, going against a really nice what appears to be a Fire King deck, 45 deck, 45 cards, and this is a the Bellstar combination with the Snake Eyes. And also in this gameplay, I will show you a small tutorial of how you can play the new Dark Magician deck. So let's begin the gameplay. So I start first on this one, and I open up with a Magician's Sword, Maxi, Magical Rod, Illusion of Chaos, and Dark Ruler. I summon the Dark Magician. With the Illusion of Chaos, I added the Temeos, summon him. I activated the effect to fusion summon for the big boss, Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon. Summon the Magician's Rod, added the Cycle, activated the Cycle. With the Cycle, added the Eternal Sword. I was fortunate enough to get it with the Magical Cycle. I summoned the Artemis and Eternal Soul set, and this is my field right here, guys. I have a Omni Negate that cannot be destroyed by battle or be targeted by card effect, and I also have Maxi to continue. My opponent tries to activate, what's the name of that card? The Infinite Impermanence. He, without realizing that he cannot, Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon cannot be targeted, so he goes with Artemis and negates her effect, and he give up right away here. He knew he wouldn't win this duel. So yeah, guys, this is just a small tutorial playing against this deck, against that deck. So yeah, now let's move on with the most interesting duels. Let me check. Okay, I want to leave this one for one of the last gameplays. Yeah, let's move on with this one here. Let me see the other one. Yeah, let's move on with this one. And I was playing against a really nice Ice Barrier deck, 40 card deck, and you can see here. Let me show you the deck if you guys want to copy it. It looks powerful. It looks nice. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and copy it. Let's move on into the gameplay. Let me show you the other deck I forgot to show you. So this is the Red Eyes deck. I mean, not the Red Eyes, the Snake Eyes Fire King deck. I'm showing it to you right now, so copy it if you like. Let's move on into the second duel. Let's see. Wait, hold on, not this one. It's this one here. Okay. Let me show you the gameplay. This is going, I believe I was going second here as well. Yes, this is a going second gameplay. I opened up with a Dark Magician, the Ghost Orc, Ash Blossom, Paramelization, and one Eradicator. My opponent summons here the Reveal of the Ice Barrier. I Asher. Then my opponent activates the effect of Georges. I activate the Ghost Orc to blow it up. That way he doesn't go with Lancia. He was gonna go with Lancia here, and I prevented that. It's my turn now, and I use Super Poly to send, of course, the Dark Magician. Summon my dragon. I attack. Set these two. I activated the Eternal Sword. My opponent goes ahead and activates Max C. I summon Dark Magician, and right away I activated the Pandemic Virus to get rid of the spell cards in his hand. And you saw he has an evenly matched there too. He activates evenly. I got rid, of course, of the Mad Dragon. He summons the Mirror Mage. Now it's my turn. I have an Ash, which is good. I summon the Dark Magician. Go for battle. Now my opponent adds the spell card. It cannot be destroyed by Pandemic Virus because it was searched directly from the deck. So it's not affected by the trap card. He acts. Now the Pandemic Virus reveals the trap card in his hand. I negate it with Ash, and I believe somewhere here he give up. Two. Alright guys, let's move on into the next duel. And let's see, this is the Ice Barrier. We're gonna move on into, let's move on into this deck. So I was playing here. No, I'm gonna leave this one for last. This is the most interesting one out of all of them. Let's move on into this gameplay here. I was playing against let's see, a Rescue Ace, the Abelstar Snake Eyes deck, and it looks nice. It looks really powerful, guys. So if you guys like the deck, go ahead and copy the deck. He's running 2 lifters, 2 preventers, and it's a 45 deck. So take a look again. So if you guys like the deck, go ahead. Let's move on into the play. Let me see, let me make sure it's this one. Okay, it is. So let's do it. So I'm gonna save the White Forest match for last. That one is crazy. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are going to love it. So here I have a Nibiru. I have a Temeos. I have a Red-Eye Fusion, Dark Ruler, and Eternal Sword. Notice something here, guys. I was running the Eye of Temeos. I remove it. I noticed that I didn't need it, so I remove it from the deck, and I place drawer. And I also remove, I believe, one of the Ghost Orc to place another drawer to have 2 drawers. So yeah, don't mind Temeos here. You don't really need this card, trust me. I thought that I would need it, but I realized that I don't. So let's move on to the play. It's my opponent. I'm going second here. My opponent summons the Hydrant. He summons here the Rescue Ace Lifter. He's setting up here his field. He summons here the big boss Turbulence. I have 4 for Nibiru, but he passes somewhere here. It's my turn. I reveal the Heavenly Prison. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a little bit sick. We're gonna summon now, fusion summon for Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon, and this is where things get spicy. I send my 2 fusions, 2 material for fusion, the Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon. My opponent grabs my Red Eyes from the graveyard. I didn't realize that the rescue turbulence are affected. There's one of the spells that kind of protects them, and I was targeting them to see if I can pop them. I realized that I didn't, so then I went for the Red Eyes to pop the Red Eyes, deal damage. I knew I was still gonna win this duel no matter what, so now it's my turn. It's my opponent's turn here. He goes. I negate that. He activates the Dark Dragoon. I thought he targeted my Dark Magician, and then I try to interrupt that play with the Eternal Sword, but then I realized, okay, he banished the Red Eyes instead. Then I activated the Heavenly Prison, summoned him, and then I set the Eradicator Pandemic Virus. He pops the Heavenly Prison boss. Then he goes here for the Snake Eye play. He sets the Wante. He sets 2 traps. He completely forgot that I have Eradicator Pandemic Virus here. Anyways, he summons Phoenix. He thought he could pop it. He forgot he has no cards in the hand. And then I activate Eradicator to pop all the traps. He goes ahead and activates the Seeker to add the Bellstar. And this is when things go south for my opponent. Boom. Now it's my turn. I'm going to play and create my own board to win the duel. He sets the spell, the Rescue A spell. I go ahead, activate the Servant. I add the Magician's Rod, summon him. I added the Dark Circle, activated it. Then I summon the Dark Magician. I got rid of the spell. Boom. No search next turn for you. Then after that I go Chaos Angel. I banish it, pop, and I won the duel. Really good, nice gameplay, guys. Alright, let's move on into the last duel, and this is the best one out of all the duels that I have. I'm going to skip the other 2 here. I'm going to skip these 2, and that's because these 2 they were like easy wins. I won right away. So, and they're not that important. So I started playing Dragoon with from here all the way up, and I lost these 2. So let me show you the decks that I lost against. I lost here against a Yugioh. I lost here against this really nice and powerful Kashtira, what it seems to be Kashtira Supreme King deck. It's a really nice deck, guys. And here I lost against a Tenpai deck. So these are the losses that I did encounter. I started from here. These are the ones at the bottom, doesn't matter. This is a different deck that I was playing before starting with the Dark Magician. I started with the Dark Magician from here all the way up. And yes, out of 5 duels, again, only lost 1 time. And the other time I won 2 times, lost 2 times out of 4 duels. So out of 5 duels, lost only 1 time, and against this Tenpai deck. So if you guys like the deck as well, copy it. Let me show it. Alright guys, let's move into the last duel, and this is going against a Horus White Forest deck. And this guy plays a crazy board that I was able to completely destroy it. So let's move on into the gameplay right away. Let me show you the deck first so you can see how powerful this deck is. It's really, really powerful. And my opponent here is also mixing it with what appears to be the Visas Starfrost, the Visas Starfrost, the Visas Amitara. So when he summons Amitara, he gets to search the Manadium Reframing. This is a Omni Negate trap card. So yeah, he plays a really crazy board. You guys are going to see the gameplay. Let's move on into the gameplay, and you guys are gonna be blown up. You guys are gonna blow. This gameplay is gonna blow your minds. So let's start. Going second, I opened up with the Dark Magician, a Magician's Sword, Super Poly, Piercing the Darkness, and one Eternal Sword. My opponent sends to the graveyard, it's empty, and I believe the trap card, and he searches. Forgot that, yeah, the Rainbow Bridge. And you saw he searched the Secret Village as well. So he's gonna place the Secret Village after he summons all the monsters on the field. So he summons is empty, the Happy, the Demutef, and Kebesrev, the protection of Horus. Then he goes summoning two boss monsters here, the Heredity Sky and the numbers 90. Heredity Sky for targeting protection, number 90 for monster negates. And now here I think he's gonna go with Amitara. He summons the Alesti of the White Forest. Here I believe he goes with Amitara to search for the Omni trap card. Boom. So you can see he's putting up a crazy board here, guys. Look at this beautiful board, guys. This is a really beautiful board. Target protection, monster negates, Omni negates for spells and trap, as you can see right here, and a spellcaster combined with Secret Village, so I don't activate spells and trap. The good thing about this Dark Magician deck is that Dark Magician is a spellcaster, so that was how I was able to board break this board and win the duel. It's beautiful. Check it out. It's my turn now. I draw. I activate Source, summon the Dark Magician. Now I can activate spells because Dark Magician is a spellcaster. I send the Dark Magician for fusion summoning. Boom! Summon the Mud Dragon. I activated the Salvation, set up the Eternal Sword, activated the Piercing Darkness. Boom! And look, this is why running Piercing Darkness is good here. One cup is good enough. You can deal with powerful boss monster. Look how many attack this guy got. Dark Magician 5,000. You can punch through any tower monsters, anything that is powerful. You can punch through with Piercing Darkness. Boom. I set the Eternal Sword and pass. Now opponent summons and gives up. He couldn't do much. The spellcaster that he summoned is not. It didn't search anything for him. It didn't do much for him. So this is why he realized he couldn't. I board break him, and he realizes he lost. So yeah. All right, guys. All right, guys. So this is the Red-Eyes Dark Magician deck that I've been working for quite some time finally is done, finally is good to be released. It's up to you guys if you guys want to run this deck a little bit shorter, let's say 40 cards. You can definitely make it 40. I like 50 because of the vanilla Dark Magicians here. I don't want to have these cards in my hand too much. So I believe the 50 mark is the best option to go for, because that way you don't get to see those cards in your hand. And yeah, you saw the gameplays, guys. It's a really powerful deck. Only lost one time out of 5 duels. So it's up to you guys if you want to craft this deck. Do I recommend you to craft this deck right away? Don't. But if you are a Dark Magician fan and you want to have a Dark Magician deck, I believe this is one of the best versions that you can go for. Do I say it's the most powerful? Maybe, but it's a really fun deck to play. I've been having fun playing with it. You saw the gameplays, guys, and you saw how powerful this deck is. Now it's up to you again if you want to do some changes to it. I do recommend Droplet. If you want, you can. If you have 3 copies of Droplet, you can remove the Dark Ruler no more, place 3 Droplets. Either way, with Dark Ruler and Droplet, it'll work well. Because of Eternal Soul, you can always bring back your Dark Magicians. So yeah, guys, this is the Dark Magician deck, and well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more deck profiles. Stay tuned for news and streams, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.